Alright, y'all. Shit, we back at it. We back at it for another video. Welcome. Welcome. We're on the road to, as of right now, I think I want to, set a little, what would I call this? A goal. I'm sorry, y'all. My mind space, I be trying to do this off the fly, but with that being said, I'm trying to set a goal at least 100 subscribers, and by the end of this year, we're in we're August 1st, so I say December at the least 100 subscribers. August, September, October, November, December. That's 5 months from now. With that being said, I think I could do that. That's 25, 50, 25, 50. That's 100, or at least 125, something like that. 125 by the end of the month. If we do 125 by the end of the month, that'd be cool. And then we gonna do another goal for next year. With that being said, shit, let's get to 125 at least, at the least. But shit, with that being said, let's get this video started. This video, as you can see the title, it says when a predator realizes he's been caught. Now, thing is, there's multiple predators. I'm gonna start this off like that. You got serial, or serial essays. You got serial murderers. You got serial stalkers. This one, I think, is in the context of what it's looking like. It's gonna be a serial essay. With that being said, I think anyone and everyone who decides to do that to a man, child, woman, whatever, human being in general, I think they should be off. For the simple fact, like, if you doing that, yeah, it's something mentally wrong with you. But, like, to me, when it comes to the situation of a man essaying anyone, that means he can't get nobody in his age range. He can't do nothing for himself. But again, that is a mental illness, and I ain't standing up for no one, because like I said, I think they should be offed. Like, the moment they're caught, they should be offed. If they go to prison, I think, guards, judge, anybody should turn a blind eye to the situation of what's going on, because every man in this world has a mother. Every man in this world has a mother. My fault, that was an alarm that I got set. Not every man has a sister, but every man in this world has a grandmother and a mother. With that being said, they have been brought into this world some way, somehow. But for someone to just go ahead and granted, women do the same thing, they should be off too. But the way, like, it's double standards, and the way that people look at it is, if a man gets essayed by a woman, he should be happy, because then he da. I call bullshit. But a simple fact, should nobody be doing that, because that means there's something mentally wrong with them. And granted, some predators out here do be having families, and they still decide to do that. They be having kids, they be having wives, which in the case of that, I don't understand why they do that. But before I go too deep off into this, because this is a whole topic that I could talk about all fucking day. Because me personally, I could talk about this topic the whole 24 hours and just go deep dive. And maybe we might start, having topics once we get this family to where we needed to be humble beginnings. Once we get this straight and squared out, you know, dig our roots and roots start growing. That's what I mean by once we get this, you know, jumping off started where we need to start. We could do a whole little, you know, stream where we, you know, go into topics that, you know, people got feelings about, and we could have conversations about those, and people could start joining in, and, you know, being on call, being on video, whatever you want to call it. And we could do a whole, you know, segment where we do that, and then just start letting out how we feel, get, you know, let people come on, explain what they feel, talk about how they feel about this topic. Because I'm the kind of person that like, you know, controversial topics where it's like, I mean, it's not really a controversial topic with that say, but like, I like going into deep topics about, you know, uncomfortable topics that people be like, well, I don't really got the space, I don't got the, we gonna get there one day though. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. But before I go too deep off into that, let's get this video started. Did I fuck up? I fucked up. I keep on doing it.
Just so you know, Kate had a baby and a jab.
In April of 2024, a community is left horrified and outraged when a woman with profound intellectual disabilities is discovered pregnant at her care home in Geneva, Illinois. Kane County detectives launched an urgent investigation, confronted with the grim task of unmasking a predator hidden among the very staff entrusted to protect her. The following is based on official police records, and some of the following footage has never been seen before.
Sorry. I just said we gonna get this started, and I just stopped it. This is gonna be a fucked up kind of topic, especially with it being they said a woman with disabilities is now pregnant. With that being said, that means one of her caretakers, specifically a male, because a female can't get a male pregnant. That's how biology works. Unless I'm wrong, but the way I know biology works, a male can't get another male pregnant, and a female can't get another female pregnant. So with that being said, one of her caretakers done
According to their website, the Markland Center is a nonprofit organization providing care for adults with severe developmental disabilities. Multiple news sources state that Kate, a 43-year-old resident with Rett syndrome, who was unable to speak, stand, or use her hands, was discovered pregnant during routine medical tests. Investigators with the Kane County Sheriff's Department compiled a list of all male employees who had access to her in late summer 2023, interviewing each one and collecting DNA samples.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good, yes. Sheriff's Department.
Yes.
I'm Brooke. This is Brandon. We're both.
Come on in.
Thank you.
So,
What have they told you so far?
So I know there's abuse and neglect, and I know one of our residents was sent to the hospital that morning, so I am assuming something happened with that resident.
No, that's another topic.
And
But
I also do know it was only males that have been suspended. So,
you okay?
no, bro, nervous. Bro, nervous. Feds came to his door. He already know what's going on.
And you're
Not saying
not in
like
any trouble.
No,
yeah, he ain't in trouble, but you know, if a cop
I
comes
really
to your door and
enjoy my job and the fact that
honestly, I ain't gonna say I don't think he didn't do it, but I don't think that he did it. If he did, I'm wrong. You know, you can't really judge a book by its cover. But with the way he's, you know, acting right now, I don't think he did it. I really don't. I don't. He's a little bit too fucking nervous. He's a little bit too nervous. Like, he's not even trying to hide that he's nervous. It's natural. Like, you got people that can hide that they're nervous, but you still feel that they're nervous. You got people that can't. Bro is too nervous to even do anything. He like I don't know why y'all here. I don't want any trouble. Kind of nervous. Like, I didn't do anything. Kind of nervous. But let me say again. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
The thought of that happening is
Programming
very
is hard.
troubling and upsetting.
Okay. And like I said, nobody has accused you of anything.
No, I'm 100% aware. It's sorry.
No, you're okay.
I'm not crying for myself. I'm
He broken.
upset for the
He
rest.
It's okay.
nervous.
Yeah.
He don't
Have you ever
know what to
noticed
do.
like anybody else acting strange around them, or anybody that shouldn't be in their rooms?
No,
or-
I mean, we are very, we don't open the door for everyone. And as for staff, before this incident, I never thought anyone would do something like that.
That was kind of one of our other questions. Is there anybody you would think would be capable of
I
harming?
would have never have thought this would happen at Markland's.
Okay.
Before they move on to question other employees, he leaves them one urgent request.
Catch the bastard.
After speaking with
Bro said,
several more
"Catch the
employees,
bastard."
investigators are left with no clear leads. However, they do learn that prior to the COVID pandemic, only female staff typically cared for female residents, a policy one employee said changed due to staffing shortages. Investigators move on.
And that's
meeting
another
with
thing,
former
that's another
employee,
thing.
22-year-old Isaiah.
Really, the way I see it, right? And granted, like they said, short staffing. I really don't think any male, like in a caretaking facility, or like say a male is, taking care of a woman, like home visits, because you do got people who do home visits and take care of people that way when you're up in age. Granted, for these people that got disabilities, so you do also got people that's taking care of them. But caretakers, I don't think males should be taking care of females. I don't think females should be taking care of males. Granted, you do got kind-hearted, loving people who it's okay for them to do that because they ain't looking no ill intent. They don't got no malice, no none of that in their heart. But to alleviate situations like this, I don't think it should happen because, granted, a male is always going to be a male, right? Not saying this is right, not saying anything is okay with this, but you do got males taking care of females, and if a male is attracted to a female, yeah, some males are like, okay, cool, I'm gonna, push this off because this is my job, and I'm gonna, keep doing what I gotta do. But caretakers, they have to undress, they have to bathe, they have to take care of these people, meaning they are seeing this person, everything on this person, who this person is, what this person is. And what I'm saying by that, I'm saying I don't think males should be taking care of females because males don't know what, like, yeah, they do, and they can learn, but males don't know the needs of women's. Like, women have certain cleanly needs that they need to be taken care of. Yes, males can do that, but women know that more than any male can ever know. Males have certain cleanly things that they need to be done, and yes, it is easier when it comes to a female taking care of a male because pretty much all a male needs to do is wash his ass, wash his, little, I don't know how much I could say or what I can say or what I can't say on YouTube, because like but males need, they shits clean. They need that's pretty much it, just top, bottom. That women actually they got clean, or I can't even say, 'cause I don't even know they're clean, or like what they gotta do to make sure they're fully clean or whatever. And granted, it's the same thing, wash your ass, wash everything that needs to be washed. But at the same time, I don't think males should be taking care of females for the simple fact you got males who get hard at this shit, and you got females who, would also become, or how can I say this, for YouTube standards, aroused. You got men and women who become aroused when they're around men and women, and it's pure like it's common sense ain't common, but common sense should be common kind of situation. And granted, they just said that before COVID, you know, it was only women taking care of women. Granted, those women were also probably taking care of males, but this ain't the only situation like this that's happening. That shit's probably going on right now. You probably got women doing the same thing, getting pregnant by the men that they're taking care of. But what I'm saying, that goes just to say, I don't think that should be
How you doing?
allowed. Cause
Good. You want to go in?
granted, I don't want my mother to ever have to go to, you know, a little home or whatever. I want her to be able to comfortably live at home, and then, you know, we have someone to, cause me and my siblings, if we come together once my mom gets of age, and we're like, okay, cool, she don't need to be in a home. She actually already stated she don't want to be in a home. And I'm sorry, I keep pausing and whatever, but it is what it is. Take for instance my mother. If I find out that my mother, like, if I gotta send her, I'm gonna do everything in my power so I don't gotta send her to one of these homes. But if I gotta send her to a home, and I find out that a male is taking care of my mom, I'm flipping the fucking script. I'm off that. That is my mother. Yes, they can say, well, this is a professional job. I will gladly pull up some shit like this and say, if this shit happens to my mother, this shit is shut down. Granted, I can't just shut down, you know, a facility off of, you know, a situation like this. But I could sue that bitch for damn sure. I can't really even say that, but that nigga 9 times out of 10 won't be breathing the same air that I breathe. He won't. If I find out that a male is taking care of my mother, a male is taking care of my sisters, anything like that, bro, I will flip the fucking script. Because no, I'd rather a woman take care of her, because a woman knows what needs she actually needs. Especially because I'm not sure if women, you know, when women do go through menopause, and I'm not sure if that starts, you know, stops cycles or whatever. But women got cycles, men don't got cycles. I don't know how to, you know, really handle that situation as good as a woman can. I don't know what to do in that kind of situation. Like, I know, oh, women need pads, women needs this, women needs that, when it comes to that time, because there's been times where I've had to run to the store, do this, do that for my girl, or my mothers or sisters like that, when they're like, oh, well, I can't, I done had times where I've had to, you know, go get certain things that they needed, but the actual care in that kind of scenario, I don't know. And I'd be damned if some shit like this happened. And granted, we're only 3 minutes in this video, and this video is, this is a situation that I'm telling you, I will go on a whole day about this shit. Whole fucking
Talk out
day.
here?
That's what I'm saying.
How'd the fights go?
Like,
I heard you were out there
can't.
fighting in Chicago.
Yeah, I was fighting in the Golden Gloves tournament.
How'd it go?
Pretty good. I lost by decision in the finals, but I was like I had him chicken legging, so
Okay.
I'll see him again. You know.
All right, good. Good for you, man.
Rivalries, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
After briefly meeting Isaiah's mother, they head to the basement to speak in private.
So there was, you know, an incident that happened there involving one of the residents. If you can just tell me kind of what
I'm hoping
when you
it's
worked
not
there,
this
what's
nigga.
the dates that you worked there?
Like early August to like, but definitely sometime.
I'm hoping it's not.
Okay, early September, late
He don't
December,
look like he'll
September,
do
you
it,
think?
but like I said, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
You can't. Give me one.
When you
second,
were
hold
working
on.
there, what?
Hello? Yeah. Boy, what's going on? Oh, yeah, I'm about to have to leave soon. I gotta, yeah, wow, what's going on? No. Yeah, I'm about to leave soon. Huh? Alright then.
duties?
I was with the PSP,
PSP. Okay, I've heard that talking to people. They've said that before.
the personal support.
Okay.
But I was mainly in training the entire time I was there, so I technically didn't have any like duties that I had to do really on my own.
Okay.
So everything I did was shadowed by another person,
Okay, so you're always with somebody for the most part?
like 90% of the time.
Okay.
Unless someone like left early or like
Okay.
one of the managers that were I was shadowing had to go do whatever.
Gotcha.
managers do.
Gotcha. Did you ever have any problems with anybody? Did you ever see anybody that you thought was a little off? Like, like another, especially a male employee, you know, anybody that you thought like something, this guy's made some statements or he said something or just way his interaction was with the residents?
Not that I know of personally, honestly.
Okay.
I didn't stay there long enough to get like to
Chummy with anybody?
everybody.
After Isaiah and Mr. meet another boy who bring up a name.
So I
Give me a second, cause I was gonna say something crazy, but I don't want to jump the gun. If we notice these last two people, alright, three people. These last three people. First dude, they didn't show his face. They only showed like his upper body. This dude, same scenario. I'm hoping they show somebody else's face. I'm hoping. But the last dude, they didn't. They just showed his face, which is I'm hoping. Like I said, I'm hoping it's not him, but it's kind of one of those things where I'm taking everything, you know, looking at this whole situation in itself. That's just something that I noticed, though. I'm not.
I can't.
I'm
Can
not gonna
I ask
jump the
you
gun
about
and say.
a certain individual that may have
Yeah,
Isaiah Fields?
that's who we just talked to.
Damn.
That's who you just talked to.
Yeah, who we just came back.
Though the employee doesn't explain why he suspects him after all the swabs are collected and processed, a DNA test comes back positive for 22.
Damn. If you could see, there's 5 people on this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be, bro. His face is the only face that they're showing, which is
Old Isaiah
I'm
Fields.
hoping.
On May 10th, 2024, he's
Damn,
brought
it's
into
him.
an interrogation where he waits for questioning
It's
to
him.
begin.
Damn,
Man, these chains hurt.
it's him.
Please, Lord Jesus, don't come to me.
Yep, it's this
Please,
nigga.
Lord Jesus, really bless me.
Damn, it's this
Please,
nigga.
Lord, make sure you get the Lord Jesus.
What's fucked up is people only go to God when they know they're fucked up, when they know they're caught, when they know the situation is bad. It's this nigga. It's this nigga. Damn. It's him.
Investigators enter and read his Miranda rights.
Let me just start by asking, do you have any idea why you would be there right now? Okay, no clue? Okay, you know why I talked to you before, right, about the Markland stuff?
And I was hoping it
So-
wasn't this nigga.
You just
I ain't
told me it was
even-
in case of Markland.
You ain't even
Okay,
gotta watch the full
okay.
video. No
So
more.
what I would like to ask you, what we would like to know, if you could go over again, when you worked there for that just basically a month, wasn't that long, what your training was like and what
The answer pretty much is everybody see. Yeah, right. So they're able to
The
pick
federal
up
employee supreme that gave a different
Ah.
account, explaining his duties went beyond what.
What were your daily activities when you were training? Were you
and show why it's
So during
it's
part
that
of
nigga.
doing the CA, getting up, dressed, changed, and then transferring them to CBS, and then visiting them, dressing them, do the same thing, changing, and then sitting there.
your training made clear
Yes.
for them,
Yes.
so that was part of it as well?
Yes.
But he would have never been alone?
No. So we put them in a tub, and they have a chair, and they obviously
Submerged?
no, they water running, or they have
They got like a shower head.
So you basically sit like a chair in a shower and you take it off and
Yes.
It's like a
them?
people's chair.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
don't
at
want to
some
call
point,
it old people's chair,
at
but
the end of your training,
like older
people,
people,
were
they
you
do
not
got
with the
like chairs
trainer
in their
anymore?
tubs, and
Were
I
you
only know
kind of
that
on your
because
own?
she's
Just like
legally blind and she have a chair in her tub, but
Sure.
no one ever got to
Okay.
fuck with it. But it was one of those things where everybody knew, okay, cool, she's up
This
in
account
age.
is consistent with what his trainers told
legally
investigators.
blind, you
Would
sit
you have
down or
left
whatever.
him
But
alone while they're on leaving alone?
I'm not picking those. That might be crazy.
Isaiah insists that he remained in his probationary period till he learned for consistent monopoly.
I don't fit in with too many people. I don't fit in with too many. People, but that's because me personally, nigga, I don't like talking to people. I don't really like the whole. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is gonna hurt because it is this nigga. But personally, right, me, I don't do small talk, right? Small talk leads to the same thing over and over again. How was your day? What is you doing? Yada yada yada, blase blase. That small talk gets old real fucking quick. After the second day, I'm tired of the small talk, right? That being said, if I'm working with people and all we gotta talk about is, oh, how is your day going? Nigga, I know how your day was. Nigga, I was just with you yesterday. Nigga, I know what you doing. I was just with you yesterday. We worked a full fucking shift. Like, what am I gonna be talking to you and saying the same thing over and over again for when it's like, okay, cool, let's just get this fucking work done. And granted, yeah, people got lives outside of work, and yeah, we do things outside of work. But am I supposed to go to a person and say, oh, well, say today, say I go to work, right? I go to work tomorrow or whatever the case, right? What'd you do over your weekend? Well, I went to the gun range. I went out, I had a little, little chill day, blase, right? But then I see them again the next day. Oh, how was your day? And we was just at work. We do the same thing, so you already know how my day is going. But with that being said, the whole small talk thing, that kind of is like, I don't know how to do small talk. Granted, small talk is icebreakers. Small talk is bullshit. If we ain't talking about nothing, I don't want to talk, really. But that's me personally. And it's not to say that I don't fit in, it's just that I don't really talk unless I got something to talk about. And if people talk about the same thing repetitively, I just don't talk, because then it's like, okay, I already know what you're going to say now. Now it's, okay, cool. You're going to say your day was okay. You're going to say your day was this. You're going to say your day was that. Granted, again, that does build connections, but me personally, I can't do the small talk. It irritates me. It irritates me because I already know what the person's going to say.
It's kind of odd.
Okay.
So it's like, while you're saying it, I'm saying it in my head, and now I kind of feel
Anything
like
that stuck out to you was odd or anything like that?
I don't know.
He wouldn't listen. He would always question, oh, why don't you have to do it that way? And it's like, you're in healthcare. Like, there's specific ways to do certain things.
There is.
He would, like,
There is a specific way to do things in healthcare. That's why I say women shouldn't take care of women. Men shouldn't take care of women.
Yeah.
Because women need a specific way to be, clean, taken care of.
clarify, he never actually. No, he never actually did.
Okay.
As the interrogation continues, Isaiah appears to become overwhelmed with emotion, and investigators work to put him at ease.
What's upset?
Tell you, shaking.
It's okay.
Yeah, bro, no, he called.
I'm here to listen. If something's upsetting you, please let us know. Let's see what we can do to help.
Cause we ain't did it, nigga. Why you crying?
Like anything in particular? Just
Hey, what they say? If I'm lying, I'm crying. This nigga lying.
life's not easy, you know.
I know.
If I'm lying, I'm crying.
That's all. I get it. Life is curveballs sometimes.
It's beautiful.
Fucking
Never
sick.
had
The fuck that mean?
really had
Once they start doing this bullshit, bro, yeah, they caught. Once niggas start doing this bullshit, they caught, they fucked, they cook, they bake. I never had the guidance of a father. Cause you ain't had the guidance of a father don't mean you can't get pussy, bro. Just cause you ain't had the guidance of a father don't mean you gotta go get pussy from a disabled person. A disabled person that you're taking care of. As I call bullshit on this. I never had the proper guidance, you know? What the fuck does that mean? Nigga, my father ain't never been there. Never. Met that nigga one time. Talked to him at least like 3 or 4 on the phone. Last time I talked to that nigga, he said all his kids is grown. My mother tried to tell me I was hearing that wrong. I took it wrong. No, that nigga said all my kids is grown. And the last 2 kids left I have are here. Meaning, nigga, you're not my son. Which, like I said, I don't. It didn't bother me like it did when I was younger. But now, nah, bro, I ain't tripping on that shit. I'd rather, since he brought me in this world, bro, I'm okay with watching him leave. Meaning, since he brought me in this world, I do want to go to his funeral. Out of respect for him bringing me in this world, because without him, I wouldn't be here. But to say I never had my dad in my life, I didn't have the proper guidance, is bullshit. Just because you can't get pussy, don't mean shit. At all. It don't mean go work in a healthcare.
As one detective leaves the room to get Isaiah more water and a snack, the remaining investigator sits with him as his emotions continue to unravel.
Take a breath.
Oh, if they don't get this nigga death penalty, they goofy. Cause all he gonna do is get out and do the same shit again. All he gonna have to do is register as a SA. Crying for what? You need consolers for what?
For you to sit here and allow yourself to have these feelings. You know, to allow yourself to have emotion. That can be a lot, especially in front of people you don't know.
I'm not trying to be different. I just think it's my best interest to give it to you.
Alright, I can't ask you any more questions now. No, it's okay. I'll leave you at it. She'll give you.
Hey, there's I'm telling you this.
What's that?
I'm reading them.
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah, I will tell her.
Just so you know, Kate had a baby and a dad.
As investigators exit the room,
Damn,
Isaiah
she's
processes
like,
the
"No, I
gravity
need
of the situation and the consequences he's facing.
Your life is over. Medusa, that way. Damn. She was waiting. She was waiting to tell that nigga.
Alright, I can't ask you any more questions now. No.
She said, can I tell
I'll leave you
him?
at it. She'll give you.
Hey, there's
Go on.
I'm telling you this.
What's that?
I'm reading them.
You want me to read him?
Yeah, I
or
will.
tell him?
Just so you know, Kate had a baby and
Do you want me to read it too, or do you want me to tell him? Nah, nigga, she's off that with you, bro. She do not fuck with that nigga. She's disgusted. And that's the thing. Like, you can hear it in her voice. She's like, nah, bro, I'm trying to get this shit over with. I don't want to look at this nigga. I don't want to see this nigga. I'm trying to bounce. Do you want me to tell him? Just say, you know, and granted, this is not a funny situation. It's just, what's funny is the way she's, you know, she's disgusted with this nigga. Cause fuck you doing, bro. This lady is, again, they said she had Rats. I think it was Rats syndrome or something like that. But she has a disability, and you're fucking a woman with a disability who can't say or do anything. Bro, just cause you can't get a female your age don't mean you gotta go take it at all. At all. That's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy.
Dad.
You're the dad, man.
As investigators exit the room, Isaiah processes the gravity of the situation and the consequences he's facing.
My life is over.
It is.
Such a idiot.
You are. You are.
Just give me the opportunity, Lord Jesus.
Nope. Nope. No. Please. No. And I'm saying please because people really on, like I said, yeah, you got those people who do talk to God and who do, you know, speak to God when they're actually, like, down on our luck. They're down bad. But it's for a different situation. But most people, like, not most people, you got 50% of people who only go to God when they're in shit like this, and then they ask God to help them, to get them out their situation, and then guess what? They turn around and go do the same shit. Granted, now that he got this on his record, he's not going to be able to work in no kind of medical field. He's not going to be able to be no kind of health taker. He's not going to be able to do nothing like that. Bro said he's doing Golden Glove boxing. My nigga could make money off that shit. He could, if he became pro. But this, nah, they're gonna take his cards away. Away from him, strip him from his title, strip him from everything. Nah, nigga, you're big.
Give me one chance.
You're big.
Give me one chance. I'm sorry.
Big.
Please forgive me.
Nope.
I'll do anything. I'm doing military.
No.
I'm
Join the military, kid.
Homeless without harm. I'll do anything.
What he's doing right now is desperation. He's doing this shit out of desperation. Hoping that God answers. He said he'll join the military. He'll donate all his money. He'll get married. He'll do all of this. But he didn't do this shit when he did that to that lady. He didn't do none of this shit when he was doing this shit. So with that being said,
Please.
oh God, don't answer his ass.
Please. Please.
Granny,
A chance into this child's life. I'll be able to take offenders' lives. I want anything.
Whoa.
Please allow me a chance into this child's life.
Fuck no. Because once this child finds out, see, here's the thing, right? Say I found out that I was brought into this world because of a situation like this, my whole views on my father would change. Granted, I know that I'm not, or I can't say that I know that I'm not, but I know that I'm not because my mother has talked to me about how her and my father have met. It's just the motherfucker didn't show up. That's all that is. Cool, he was there for the siblings on his, like, so my mother, she got her kids, right? My father, he got his kids. Granted, they were never married, but they did have me. So what I'm saying is, he was there for his kids, with the exception of me, and I'm cool with that, right? His kid would hate him if his kid found out how he got here. Please allow me a chance into this child's life. Here's what I think. Since everybody, and I'm not gonna say everybody thinks murder is a bad thing, but you do got people who don't feel like that should be an option. Here's the options when it comes to situations like this. Often, castration. This sex offenders list shit don't mean shit because all it does is allow a person back into society. When you got people who've actually offed people for situations like this who can't make it back into society. You got people who've done things that deserve less time than this, and they get life. Honestly, these people should have life in prison without the possibility of parole, without the chance of like this. Thing is, you got, and this is another controversial topic that I could talk about all day. Drug dealers, murderers, things of that nature, right? Granted, some drug dealers are only doing it for the money, but you also got those who are doing it to better the family or their family's lives. And once they do get life, guess what? Their family gets to actually live life. But their family also has to return a favor and take care of them. You got murderers, people who've offed people like this, people who've saved people and offed their offender? People who've offed people who've, done like this and done worse like this, but those people still gotta serve life. You've got people who've gotten into a situation where they've had to protect themselves and they've had to off a person to save their own life. They gotta spend life in prison because they don't got the money, they don't got the right lawyer to even get them out of situations like this. But this fucker right here is probably going to serve, well, hopefully the judge gives this man death penalty. Hopefully the judge tells him that he got life without parole, and then the people in prison off this nigga. Hopefully. But if he gets a year and then has to serve the rest on probation, he's right out with everybody else. I don't know. Of course, you're gonna have to do that.
Please don't make me spend years in jail. I'm drinking.
No.
Multiple news outlets have reported that Kate developed a dangerous pregnancy condition known as preeclampsia, and that the infant died after spending 11 weeks in neonatal intensive care. However, we've not been able to
That kid died. But it's probably because, well, can't even say that because I don't know. But that kid died. Damn. Hopefully the mother didn't die, but who knows?
independently confirm these reports. According to an official press release from the state attorney's office, on January 14, 2025, Isaiah Fields pled guilty to aggravated criminal sexual assault and was sentenced to 25 years imprisonment in the Illinois.
This nigga did not have to do this shit on my goddamn birthday. What the fuck? On or about August 1st, 2023, Sterling State Matthews stated the following court. 3 September, Isaiah Fields assaulted. Hey, I mean, well, I guess he was convicted. Convicted on my birthday. January 14th, 2001, baby. But nah, that's crazy that he actually pled guilty on my birthday. I don't know. And this
Department
nigga's
of
24 years old.
With 308 days credited for time spent in the Kane County Jail. In addition, Isaiah must register for life as a sexual offender in accordance with the Illinois Sexual Offender Registration.
That being said, we're not gonna start another one. We're gonna end that right there. I really thought, but with that being said, bro got